Hello, and welcome back to the Druidic Stormcloud channel. We are waiting for Ryu no Kage to go online and everything, so it should not be a very long wait whatsoever. Should only be a few minutes, really. He's testing out some stuff, so hopefully there isn't any issue like there was last time. All told, I'm looking forward to the game because so far Gale of Darkness has been great. And yeah, I am excited to play through it. This is a game that came out well before Pokemon started its nosedive that has been rapidly accelerating in the state that it is currently is in. The same with Nintendo. As for the next game we will play on Collab Day, I mean, that's going to partially be up to him as well. So, no guarantees one way or another. Okay. My Go Live notification was still yesterday's. Okay. But yeah, that is the current state of things. We are just waiting. I have 70 followers, 30 away from the 100 follower mark, where I said I would plan another 24-hour stream. And yes, I do have some games picked out for that. I'm looking forward to it partially, and we'll see how that goes. All right. My Chromebook is also going slow, but That's where I can use Stream Together, since for whatever reason my gaming PC or gaming laptop doesn't want to cooperate with that. Also, if you were wondering whether or not to get Skyrim on the Switch, oh, Ryu is live. Sending you the invite and calling him on Discord. Okay. And we wait for him to answer. Okay, so still waiting for him to answer on Discord. I might have jumped the gun on him showing up, so we'll just hide his avatar until he's ready.
Okay.
There he is. Hello.
How's it going?
Been better, been worse, worse, been better.
I hear that.
I accidentally forgot to change my go live notification from when I was doing yesterday's stream. All right.
Putting in my 2 cents on the other servers.
Fair enough. And
Okay.
it's okay, Marco. All right.
Alrighty.
So, are
Things
we
appear to
jumping
be
right
working.
into the proper scene then? I've been doing a bit of grinding, as we agreed was okay, and all of my Pokemon are now no longer Shadow Pokemon,
Ah, okay.
and are leveled between 16 and 19. Also, Teddy Ursa is Issa, Gladol or Baltoy is Beyblade. I haven't thought of a name for Jolteon yet. I need to figure that out. I named Spheal Whitebeard.
Fitting, especially since it goes from it suddenly sprouts facial hair when it evolves.
Yes. And I named Houndour Hades because you have to when it's a male Houndour.
Yeah. A lot of my teammates have been female lately. That's been interesting.
Hey, buddy. Alright, so I imagine we have to go through here to continue the main story. Oh, 3 Pokeballs. Oh, this was just a area with a couple of items, including a super potion. What about the other? Oh, that's nothing. Oh. Yep.
Not yet. You'll see it later. How's this for disparaging? This game is old enough to drink. Here's the thing, set damage moves are very dangerous early game. Go this way. Too used to the Colosseum version where it's reversed.
Early game set damage moves. Check.
Especially moves like Dragon Rage.
Dragon Rage, Seismic Toss,
Sonic Boom.
and Hyper Fang.
Sort of. That's just a normal move with a high crit chance. You think of Super Fang.
Oh, Super Fang.
But that's normally not early game. And yes, while you hear the peon battle theme over and over in the game, surprisingly, it never gets old.
It is a nice little spot, really.
What's funny is, it's actually the normal battle theme from Colosseum backwards. It's kind of like how whenever they were like, okay, now we need a theme song for Skyward Sword. What do? Play Zelda's Lullaby backwards. And that's how you get Battle of the Goddess. I am not joking.
But according to the timeline, Zelda's Lullaby is just Battle of the Goddess backwards.
Yep. Here's a random piece of trivia for you. What was the first game to ever feature Zelda's Lullaby? Because it was not a thing for a while.
Ocarina of Time definitely had it. That was a key point in it. But the first to have it. I don't think it was A Link to the Past.
Actually, it was.
Oh. Yeah, I was about to think it was, I think it was one of the Oracle games.
Nope. It was A Link to the Past.
I guess I got the order between those two mixed up.
There was a bit of a lull in between, but Zelda didn't really have her own theme until then, which is kind of crazy. Then again, the first few games of the Zelda games didn't really feature all that much.
Considering in the first two, literally, I think it was the second one she was encased in the rest of the entire game, and the entire point was to free her.
Yeah. And then the second game, she was just the damsel. Because the point of Zelda 2 was you were trying to prevent the revival of Gale.
Right. I'm trying to think of that initial top-down one. No, that was the Link to the Past, wasn't it? We have to get
Yes, that was a top-down one. Yes.
And
That might be Link's Awakening, actually.
no, Link's Awakening was the one with the giant fish.
Also, I always found it funny how many Mario enemies it borrowed. That's the one thing that always made me laugh about Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening was not a specifically Zelda game. It was a Nintendo game.
Yep.
But what I'm trying to think of, I'm not sure if it was Link to the Past or not. Ganon was a giant fish monster, and the initial big bad was the Sorcerer.
Might have been the Sorcerer Vati.
Vati, that's it. Or no,
Yeah,
Vati and Four Swords. Or
he
Minish Cap.
was. He was also a Minish Cap. It's just some form of Demise's will, no matter what.
I feel like he might be the reincarnation of that demon sword from Skyward Sword.
Girahim.
Yeah.
I could see that.
basically, I think the only loss is just the and
Yeah.
for those that practice dark magic, there's a chance of him possessing them.
Exactly.
That's my point of view.
Okay, I need to. Okay, I need to leave and buy some Pokeballs.
Double check. I just picked up the three. And I got to go do it itself.
Also, what makes the organization here neat is they attack you from the ceiling. Because 3D Pokemon game, they can take some more liberties.
Okay, items. I have 43 Pokeballs. I'm fine.
Yeah.
For now, at least.
I'm just going to buy 10.
Try the rest of the floor above first.
I'm surprised you bought all those Pokeballs and you didn't get a Premier Ball.
I did. I found out there's one
Yeah, it's-
didn't want to steal, remember?
Oh yeah, it's one of those every. It was the every 10 Pokeball era. Nowadays, it's like if you buy any multiples of 10, they for every multiple of 10, they throw in one Premier Ball.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Which is just a Pokeball, but it's all white.
It only has bragging rights when you catch something in it.
Which I believe I caught a Groudon in years ago in Ruby.
That's something you always do about transferring that Pokemon.
Yep.
Yeah, we can slip this side. Honestly, but seperate is level 19. You're not using your self-destruct.
Of course, once you pick up a ghost-type Pokemon, it's not a bad last resort move.
No, it's not. Honestly, ghost types that can learn self-destruct should be in a ghost type gym leader's team.
Drifblim, I think, is the only one that can do that, but still.
It doesn't open from this side.
Now you gotta go further down.
Okay. If that was the only way I had to go in. The other side was and I hadn't gone down that way. Down here.
Also, here's a nice little tip. The further you go, if you start seeing shadow Pokemon, you're going the right way. Oh, I freaking wish you were Shadow. Bag on.
Oh. I mean, too bad it wouldn't evolve as a bag on Shadow Salamence.
I know, right? So Thief in this game does not work how it traditionally does. What happens is they have buffed it, I believe, to 65 base power, and it does not steal an item anymore. Which Ariados is okay, but it's not bad either.
It's not the best, but it's also not the
Mm-mm.
I'm going to use Flick on Spinarak, and then just all the pain.
I think I'll use you temporarily as my fire type. Until I get my actual fire type. Never used Numble before. Never really had a desire to, because that quad weakness to water is very unfortunate. By the way, fun fact, this doesn't really become an issue until later in the game, but whenever you snag a shadow Pokemon, there's a little thing in the upper left-hand corner that just says snag. What that means is if you lose the battle, you don't get it.
And we are basically stealing their Pokemon.
Yeah.
So if they were to win, of course they'd want their Pokemon back.
Yep. And then nothing's stopping you from being forced to hand it back.
Yep. I'm going to go and focus on interacting with the PC and healing my team.
Gonna swap out the ball toy for the Nubble. It was only in here for filler anyway.
Fair enough.
Oh, it comes with the charcoal. I forgot about that. Not bad. Teddy Ursa has an item. What have you got for me? An antidote. It's alright.
Pokemon I'm not using.
Yep, everything seems to be running optimally. I made sure my time was synced, and if you look at my stream, I can show you. I have the antenna externally now, and it just sits over here. Just sits next to me now.
Here, and it's a revive. That's good.
Especially since this game likes to spike. There are some difficulty spikes.
I think I see an exact.
Pink Hatsune Miku, you mean?
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing with that design. You can't tell me otherwise. If you need a voice for her, make her sound like a valid girl.
I'm not voicing that.
But if you... I could see, and I can even picture some actors and actresses for these characters if they ever were to animate these games. Like with Rena there, I could either give her Tara Strong or Jeremy Lee. I know. Yeah, I know. Mirror B should be Vic Mignogna. You cannot tell me otherwise. Man, I would love to be able to somehow steal one of these, one of the Aberline in this game, because every single one I run into has the elemental punches, which were special moves in this game.
Yeah.
Which made Gengar and Alakazam lethal.
They kind of screwed over him.
Yeah. But I like how in this one ROM hack I'll be playing soon, they, to compensate for this, they modified Hitmonchan's special attack. They made it higher. Sonic Boom. Flash Kick. Oh jeez, that even further connects Lieutenant Surge to Gale. What do all of his Pokemon? What do most of his Pokemon know? Sonic Boom. I will say, playing this on Switch 2 Online is a lot more crisp than the original hardware.
Well, I mean, the original hardware.
But the original hardware is almost 25 years old, so. Which again, that doesn't feel right. But yes, again, that does not feel right to say. So, an earthquake from that thing is going to hurt. First of all.
I'm talking more on the fact that it is not resistant to fire.
No, it isn't. Ground doesn't resist fire, unfortunately. Rock does.
Remember when all the rock types were also ground types?
Yeah, and then they got away from that trend because it was getting kind of old.
Oh, that's because it was so old. Because people were realizing rock wasn't the one that was immune to the electric types. The anime lied.
Also, I have an idea for it. I don't know if you saw it, we posted, but I have an idea for the RP. I'm making Giovanni a different type specialist. He's going to specialize more in normal types. And why does it make sense? Well, for one thing, yes. And if he has control of the Safari Zone, he would be able to get his hands on Kangaskhan, which he did, Chansey, and Tauros. That, and it makes him less of a joke, because you fight him and Blaine subsequently, and they're both weak to water.
They really are.
So
if you bought that magic card early on, you could actually rub it in his face.
Yep.
Doesn't change that it's a scam. It's just that's a funny little thing you can think about. Also, it's immune to earthquake.
Yep.
Remember the PM he gives you?
Yep.
I'm putting it in the box.
So unfortunately, they change how movesets work, but for a time, because in when they released the virtual console versions of Gens 1 and 2, you could hypothetically send up the Pokemon through the Pokemon Transporter. The caveat was they would always have their hidden ability. So, you could not teach Machamp Fissure and send it up with no guard. You realize how broken that would be.
Yeah. I've seen that Pokemon Champions has a lot of issues.
Surprise, surprise.
The meme has become a reality because of Pokemon Champions. In that female blades exist now.
Yeah. Whoops. Or male Vespiquen.
Gale Salazzle. Okay, I gotta stop. People are gonna start going fan art of that.
Don't tempt them.
I don't need to. People are people, after all.
What rule is that? What rule is that? Because 34 is, well, you know.
Cinderbit rule. I don't know.
It's one of the 60s, I know that much. Rule 63, that's what I thought.
Because you are also ground type. Turn almost onto that. Honestly, Ursa having returned from start, just
Yeah.
it's broken.
And then once you get to max friendship.
Yeah, you're never swapping that Pokemon out.
By the way, that right hand elevator, there's a tough battle, but it does lead to a healing machine.
I'm going to investigate that here first.
By the way, there are some in-game trades, but your mileage may vary because it requires you to find the rare encounter in the wild areas of the game, which, you know, are difficult to get, and only one of them is kind of worth it because it's Larvitar. The other two, one is Shuckle, and it's like, you know, Shuckle's good for post-game, but it's not all that good now. Oh, his other trait is meta type. Which is, it's alright.
The nuts you had synchronized.
A critical hit water gun on Nummel. Ouch.
Is not a shadow. Okay.
Also, Whalmer and Waylord are drawn to scale in this game. Yep. Yep. And then you see the Waylord in the background.
That we went on a race to catch.
Yep. And it's like, yes, that is how freakishly huge those Pokemon are. Now they just pure water, but they're full of air, so. I'm surprised there hasn't been a blimp made to look like a Waylord. All right. Oh yeah, it might have been one of those like filler episodes. Yeah. I wish they would do something else with them because I like manta rays. There should be a variant where they become an electric or a poison type. Because stingrays are a thing.
They are.
Why don't you make it electric water? We don't have enough of those. We just have Lantern and Wash Rotom.
I mean, I feel like they probably just make it water poison.
Probably.
And then have that variant replace
Well, Winds and Waves is the perfect place to do it.
It is. Honestly, I think I've gotten distracted. But I'm waiting until they show the final forms of the starters before I even consider getting Wind and Waves. If they go bipedal again, I'm out.
I mean, give them some credit because they stuck true to their guns with Skeledirge. But then they broke it with Meowscarada.
They really did. That was just very good.
Yep. I see Brout remaining bipedal because it's a bird.
If Brout becomes Decidueye 2.0, I am going to scream.
At that point, you've lost the plot because now you're just copy and pasting.
Because while Dragon Quest would do it with some of their monsters, they had reason to.
Yeah, it's called padding out a story.
Yeah. And many other games also do that, but
Yeah, and apparently nothing is coming of the Power World dispute. Yep. Essentially, nothing's happening and they're wasting everyone's time. Correction, and they're wasting everyone's time and money. Yeah, that's what makes Altaria a bit unusual, because its special defenses are pretty high.
Yeah. So even high when it's evolved.
I definitely need a flying or psychic type soon. I can use this one because everything's actually working for once. Well, that's kind of an end game thing, though.
Exactly.
So it's far too late to be of any help. Of course, it's not bad if you're trying to do the final boss challenge, because Lugia is just a wall.
It is.
Yes, I am unoriginal and just named my Flaffy Fluffy. Yep. Since things are working. Quillfish, you were so pathetic until Legends Arceus. Then they were like, let's make it a dark poison type and give it an evolution. Exactly what it was missing. By 2 levels.
They have a pretty special heavy team.
Not really, because Corsola is terrible, and the Baltoy lane has very high defenses. It's what makes Claydol a very good dual screener. Too bad the Light Clay doesn't exist, but still. Having the reflected light screen is very, very helpful. Well, Jolteon, I believe, is the second fastest Pokemon in game. So. The first is Electrode. But that's all. And that's all Electrode is. It's just pure speed. And that is the reason why I ended up with Vaporeon, because there's not that many good water types early on.
Yeah, I found you a flying type.
Well, it's not obtainable. It's not obtainable now. Haha. You might have been able to prevent my one Pokemon from switching out, but my other Pokemon was underground.
Want to see it again?
I was going to say, want to see it again?
Water flying things.
What's funny is, yes, that typing's unfortunate because of electric types, but those Pokemon tend to be pretty darn good. Gyarados, Pelipper in later games because it gains Drizzle. Cramorant's not bad. It's more of a fun gimmick Pokemon though.
It really is, but it's so fun and gimmick that it doesn't matter.
Where it's trying to eat Pikachu. I love that sprite where it's trying to eat Pikachu. How do you miss using Lock On? Oh, wait a minute, that's right. Remoray's ability is Hustle. Yep. Like I said, Quillfish is such a disappointing and weak Pokemon. But then Legends Arceus, they were like, yeah, let's fix that. It's one thing I really enjoyed about Legends Arceus was they made some Pokemon better by giving them an evolution. Who knew? Yes.
Personally, I enjoyed Typhlosion.
Oh yeah, the Surian Typhlosion. I wish that its shiny changed the Yep. I wish that the shiny changed its neck color though.
Yeah.
Even if he made a more blue ethereal flame, that would have been neat.
That's a great ball. For lack of a better pun, that is actually great. There's a strong or a tough battle on the elevator where again?
The right hand side where the that leads to the healing machine.
Right over here.
Only if you interact with the item box, though. If you ignore the item box, I believe you can just heal away.
I'm gonna go for it.
Oh yes, that was that.
Funny.
What's that?
If this song has literally nothing in it.
I think it has an ether in it. I mean, there is an Abra on board. Well, that's a good thing because even if you have to TM moves for Abra, it's still a force.
Yeah, now I'm looking at that. That was my initial plan here.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Ooh, I get to have fun messing with Kecleon.
You. I don't like my Logan only in this game.
Well, that and how much of a pain is it to get one yourself? In most games, not all games. In Gens 3 and 4, good luck. In Gens 5 onwards, they made it significantly easier. Because there was no way to implement contest stats, so they had to do something. So you notice how shadow moves are question mark type?
Because you're shadow type.
Yes. There is a character that actually takes advantage of that. He's one of the bosses in the game. There is a weather move that that powers up shadow moves. And he uses Weather Ball, which means Weather Ball is typeless. It's like, that's an interesting strategy. Oh no, my Vaporeon's asleep. Whatever will I do?
Awakenings are so expensive.
Yes.
Why don't we just scream at it? Before I take the elevator, I'm going to try and take this way as well. I'm going to swap out.
Because that's definitely bad against a ground type.
Oh, I still need to
I have the most original name ever, Voltron. Yeah, good. Still playing the ads. Well, since it loops back, I'm going to go purify some Pokemon.
Yes, I eventually plan on replacing Sand Attack with Pin Missile.
Ah, fair enough. Okay, good. The Numble is male. I'm naming him Chester because he's become so numb. Whenever someone mentions the company Carvana, I just think of the Pokemon. I'm like, what now? No, it's not great either, though, at this point in time. Because its two typings are special. You know what makes Sharpedo even meaner later on, though? What I believe one of its abilities is Reckless. So Wave Crash and Double Edge will hurt from that thing.
Actually,
Yes.
It's almost as if that combination is terrifying. But yeah, if you have a
I
Pokemon
actually,
with Reckless and you can teach it as many self-harming moves as possible, give it the helmet and go all out.
or give it the Shell Bell where it just heals off the damage it takes, essentially. I think I had a Pokemon with Reckless and Head Smash. I think it was a Relicanth. Oh, that was so brutal to use that.
Maybe that was good.
Too bad I already have my Vaporeon out because I have a Strat here. Because Chester's quad weak to water, right? Switch into the Vaporeon against water types, water absorb. Oh yeah, there's another ROM hack that makes Clamperl's evolutions actually good. They I think they make Gorbis a water psychic type, which look at the thing doesn't extreme water psychic. And then they made Huntail a water dragon type, which is like, I don't really see it, but I'm not going to complain. Yeah. I'm going to give you a very fair warning. Whenever you free Crane and you need to go heal, backtrack to the healing machine at the elevator, because do not go back to the main entrance because you will get attacked by the Abbot. And as you can imagine, the admin is not going to be a joke. She's the weakest admin, yes, but that doesn't mean you should underestimate them because they're a cut above the peons you've been fighting. And that's one thing I like about this game, because it's like every peon is different. They don't use the same Pokemon over and over again.
No!
Rough skin. Ooh,
No,
crit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, I don't have a lot of Pokemon.
You'll get another crack at Carvana later. Yep. To which it's like, do you really lose out on anything if that's the case? That's unfortunate. A Rhyhorn against Vaporeon.
You know, that typing is another reason why choosing Bulbasaur is easy mode.
Yes. Because all of Brock's Pokemon are dual rock ground types.
Why gym is also weak to grass type.
Yep.
And the third gym
And then
is
it
a
resists the
ice type.
third.
And then you're neutral with the fourth gem.
And technically the fifth. It's a weird technicality, but technically, yes.
You don't have any actual problems or team building issues until Gym 6.
Yep.
No,
But everybody does because that gym is, especially in Gen 1.
yeah. Gyms 6 and 7 are the only ones that a Bulbasaur user is going to have problems with.
And by then, you already have an answer for them.
And if you don't, you're an idiot.
Now, I will cut you some slack for Sabrina because, especially in Gen 1, because what can you do?
You can't do anything in Gen 1.
You just need a catch a special wall like Snorlax, and then that's about it.
You need both those Snorlax. That's all you can do.
If
Both
you're
of
lucky
them.
enough to find a Chansey, that will also help you, but good luck with that.
And the reason is because of a bug. They were supposed to be weak to Ghost type.
Yep. Although there were only 2 damaging Ghost-type moves. One is set damage, so it doesn't count.
True. But even then, because of a bug, not only were they super effective against Ghost, they were also immune to
Well.
Ghost, which is why they added the poison type to Ghost to the original Ghost line of casting onto Gengar after the fact. Because first gen you didn't have the displayed secondary types.
Not really, no. I think it's, like, calculated based on the first type. So, like, if you use an Ice Beam on Charizard or Gyarados, it was super effective. Which was weird. Also, I wish they kept the relationship that they had with Poison and Bug type. They were mutually weak to each other.
Yeah. Let's use Turtle and Echo Safeguard of protection from status ailments.
Also, another thing I want to point out about this game is, in Colosseum, shiny Pokemon were not impossible. There was some weird algorithm where, like, if you ended up finding a shiny Shadow in battle, unfortunately it would re-roll and not be shiny again after you caught it, and vice versa can happen. It won't appear shiny in battle, but after you catch it, suddenly it's shiny. That can happen.
There's those stars.
In Gale or Darkness, they remove the algorithm entirely. The only things that can be shiny are the wild Pokemon.
Okay, if you come across a shiny wild Pokemon, you are free to use it if the other person is using it.
Yes, but you're doing full odds. You're at the 1 in 8,000 chance.
Malfoy for 80 against this. Gale. I guess in the wind because the weather and all that. I swear, if Mr. Grievel uses a Weavile, I am going to laugh my head off.
Unfortunately, this was before that was a thing.
If they ever remade it,
Yes. This is why I... Also, people are like, you know, what would they do with some of the later evolutions? Well, in Colosseum, you have 2 Dust Stone candidates, and the trick would be pick one. You only get 1 Dust Stone. Pick one you want. Pick the one you want. And it's between Miss Magius and Honchkrow. It's like, well, Miss Magius would be better in the long run, so... Also, I just did the strat. The bosses love disc, use a water attack on my Numel, switch out to Vaporeon. Roselia was a Pokemon that was released way too early because they did more with it later. Yeah. And while, you know, Breloom still is more of a physical attacker, it's not terrible, though.
Right.
But a Giga Drain from that thing will still hurt.
Leech Seed.
Yes. There's Leech Seed. No. And she has 1 Shadow Pokemon, and it's very underwhelming. For this early in the game, it's not bad, but you're never going to use this thing. It's so horrible. Woo! Survive on 1 HP!
1 HP in a dream! 1 HP in a dream!
course, I use sand attack on you 3 times, and you can hit everything, and then I can't hit the broadside of a barn when it's used once on me.
Okay, I got the Shroomish.
Okay, this I might actually have to use one of the Great Balls for. Because this is actually quite the foe.
Okay, I'm going back to Gale now.
You might as well just go back up to the main entrance. It'd be faster.
Yeah, that's for sure, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go all the way back around after this, but... Alright, my first 6 Pokemon are here.
And I'm not using the Teddy Ursa, it's
That was
just
the
there to
hyper
give me
potion
some
the entire
items.
time. Teddy Ursa
Not
was
bad.
just holding on to a hyper potion that entire time.
That's pretty good.
It would be better if I could use it.
Ugh. I hate how the thing about Nummel too is, yes, it has that unfortunate quad weakness, but it's very squishy. I'm finding out.
Yeah.
Camera Up's alright, and I felt like it needed something. They gave it a Mega Evolution, it's like, well, that's something, but it doesn't fix the problem.
It really does.
I think Mega Camera Up is probably one of the weaker Mega Evolutions.
Yeah. I think they only gave him a Mega to try and remarket Camera.
Well, that and Sharpedo got one, so if the leader Team Aqua gets one, the leader Team Magma needs to have one.
Oh yeah, that was from back then. Oh yeah, and it even has the Team Magma symbol on its head.
Yep. So whenever you complete everything, they kind of explain the Purify Chamber. I can explain it better than they can. It's very wordy how they do it.
From what I understood looking into things, oh wait, that's this way then. You put Pokemon in it, in a circle around it, that are super effective against each other.
Yeah. Normal types are exempt. They are all mutually good against each other because that's the only way they could get that to work.
So in theory, you could just fill it up with normal types and leave them there.
Yes. Also, I want to point out something. Whenever you purify the Lugia, it returns to normal. And it's like, I kind of wish that it kept the design, because the design is awesome.
It is. Well,
I wish that were Lugia shiny. That would have been fantastic.
or they gave it a held item.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a Lugia Mega.
True.
But they did do the Detective Pikachu with all of the Berserk Pokemon and Berserk and all that. Which I argue could fall in line with everything else regarding
I mean, they brought it back for Pokemon Go, so that counts for something at least. Yeah. I'm just happy that they remember the concept, which I'm also bringing into the RP as well, where Team Rocket is developing the technology. It's not perfect, but they are developing it.
Waterfed the Rhyhorn and Thundershock the Mercury. Ah, you have the Lightning Rod. Painful, okay.
The only downside about Steel is it's slow, but its typing's fantastic.
It is.
Water Ice types have always been good. All right. So, with all that, yep. So with all that, I'm going to take a quick fire break. I will be right back.
It's not a show. We won that battle, and before I go into reading all that off, I'm going to take my own bio break. Be back soon.
Okay. Now I am back. We'll head the pirate down and get the opening cutscene out of the way and then just battle around. In the meantime, you know it's sad when the fastest thing on the battlefield is a numble. Never hurts to do a little bit of grinding. Especially since one of the first spikes in the game are coming up. Oh, that's unfortunate.
And I am back.
Welcome back. I'm just doing some grinding and exploring around town.
Ah, a leaf stone.
That's pretty nice, ain't it?
Yeah. Now then. You said go to the one by the elevator to heal up.
Yep. Don't go back to the main entrance.
But yeah. Have you thought on what type of concept to go with when we do the Pal World game?
No, not really. Haven't put a lot of thought into it. Or buy some of these Moo Moo milks because 100 HP for 500 Poke Dollars. Yeah, that sounds like a good deal to me.
Yeah, I mean, fresh water heals more than a potion.
Even when they nerfed it down to 30, it still heals more than a potion.
Yep.
What's funny is before they nerfed it, it does as much as a super potion at like a third of the cost.
Yeah, so once you have access to fresh water, you shouldn't buy anything else or anything below hyper potion.
Yep.
Here we go. But yeah. They definitely could market, especially this character.
Yeah.
I have to swap out Baby. This is fine though. Jolteon's coming out.
You know, someone brought a very interesting point about, you know, Team Rocket's Pokemon choices, why they're such terrible battlers. That the point is, their Pokemon are meant to do espionage and thievery.
Yeah.
They're not meant for battling. Because think about it, coughing and wheezing, easy getaway.
Yeah.
The rats can get in small places and snatch things.
Yep. And Zubat, we've seen how Supersonic has been used outside of battle, even with Brock and that one nurse.
Yep.
And Ekans is the same as the mice of the rats.
Exactly. And then this goes further into Drowsy and Hypno, because some of them do use them.
True. Yeah, we're gonna
If
swap
you-
out.
If you get caught, put the person to sleep or hypnotize them to forget that they saw anything.
And then there's that one Hypno episode of Pokemon where they
Yep.
abducted the kids to try and brainwash them.
Yep.
no kidding.
Yeah, like I said, a bit of an underwhelming Pokemon. It's not bad this early in the game, but it's not great either.
It's not gonna be with you into the end game.
No.
First of all, we're gonna set up. I mean, I'll time check it, but I'm not holding my breath on it.
Yeah, this might be the first Pokemon that's going to be a bit difficult, more difficult to capture.
Here's a fully evolved, and we don't miss one-shot Hades.
Like I said, for this early in the game, it's not terrible. It's going to be one of your first true challenges.
It's not as much damage as I'm hoping. And we knocked out Hades.
Oh yeah. Another thing about using Houndour is it doesn't take very long to evolve. Its evolution level is a lot lower than you think it is. It's only like 24.
Yeah. Oh, you have Mega Drain. We're gonna Shadow Blitz for Roselia though, and Sand Attack no kitty. Try and lower their accuracy. Give us more time to try and catch them. Oh, of course, we also have Mega Drain Roselia. Not very effective. You targeted the wrong one. Ah!
Yeah, a lot of people have asked in our work when it's like, why are Remoraid attached to Mantine? That's actually a symbiotic relationship in real life. The Remora fish do actually latch on to manta rays to eat the waste off of them.
Yeah. It's one of those things that Pokemon actually did their thinking on, and it works really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm even happy with how they have Mantike's evolution locked behind having the Remoraid in the party.
Yep. Further signifying that symbiotic relationship.
And we can super potion here on Jolteon is going to lose Blight on Roserade. Roselia, not even Roserade.
I wish, because that's definitely a Pokemon worth picking up if they ever
Roserade's a
remake the
beast.
game.
Roserade's a beast. I will admit to playing through BDSP with a big group Roserade against Cynthia.
Yep. And it's like, I like to have the water, fire, grass trio, and honestly, Roserade fit the bill for the grass type very well.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, if you're not picking the fire type starter in BDS in Gen 4 games in Sinnoh, you're not getting
Except
a fire
for-
type.
Except for Platinum.
Yeah, Platinum, but
Because then your options are Magmar and Houndour a lot earlier.
true.
And Magmar's not too bad because now it actually can evolve.
Very true. Mega Drain Dokkan at this point, because this fight should take care of Roselia.
Also, the accidental critical had happened to one of us eventually.
Yeah.
Also, I love how I said critical hit, and my Pokemon immediately got one.
Is the game listening to me?
Nintendo's always listening. Yeah, get some thought on the general direction for the Power collab. And if you wanted more information on that other thing that we were talking about, that I'm not going to go into detail on to keep it under the hat,
Keep it on the DL.
Yeah, then let me know on the Discord, and I will give you all the information I have regarding that.
All right.
But yeah, anything from tropes to actual jobs like classes to Magical Gathering colors, any of that is fair game for the concepts. I'll try Charm on it, yeah. So that when it actually hits, it's not hitting hard. That's the Mega Drain a bit more. It's paralyzed. It's yellow.
What's funny is you're doing much better with the battle than I did. I was down half my team against her. Also, I love the fact that Steel does the little seal clap when he uses Charm.
Who actually has been knocked out? Hades was knocked out. Hades was knocked out by the cat. I'm gonna go with...
Dunsparce. That is a Pokemon I'm glad they finally did something with.
Honestly, I feel like maybe the Great Ball is called for here.
Yeah. That's what I did, because Delcatty's catch rate's a bit lower versus everything else we've dealt with.
Alright, I got Delcatty on the first throw.
There you go. I love how they just throw you a bone and give you a couple great balls before you fight it. Like they expected that would be tougher capture.
Yeah. Oh, they dropped something.
Yep.
Data ROM. we just teleport back there. Okay. I guess we couldn't exactly drag him along while grinding.
That I think they just didn't want to animate the scene of him riding your scooter. Because that would have been kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Animating Jovi is one thing, but yeah.
You're just gonna fall asleep.
The receptionist is terrible at her job. It's like, look, I know that job is boring, but come on now.
We already know that Pokemon has a lot of different magazines, or the Pokemon world has a lot of different magazines out there that they could be reading while they just sit there.
Yep. Oh yeah, another Pokemon that I set up in my Project Gen 3, I end up having to use my Sapphire version instead. I did send up the starter Mudkip because Swampbird's typing is too good to pass up on.
Regular Pokemon you place in the Shadow Pokemon, the quicker the purification is. Compatibility
Yep.
Pokemon.
So don't really bother with it yet, because we don't have enough Pokemon to throw around.
There we go. Activate it from the PC, access it from the PC. That's good.
You can only purify it from there, though. That's the difference.
have to come back here to actually purify it.
Yes, but you can access and mess with the sets at any PC. So that's the trade-off. Oh, that's how you get the Soothe Bell. Okay. I was thinking there has to be a way to get one. To get a Zubat or not get one? That is the question.
I mean, Crobat.
Yeah. Because with the Soothe Bell, it'll be a lot easier to get a Crobat.
And you did need a flying type.
Also, am I getting, you probably want Duskull, right?
Yes, please.
Then I guess I'll grab the Ralts. Just gotta remember, don't use Shadow Ball on it.
Don't use Shadow Ball. Don't use Shadow Ball. Where did you go?
It's to the left of the director's office. Did you talk to Jovi yet?
Yes.
Okay, you just need to go downstairs. Go outside.
There was a synopsis of the original game, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Another example of there's always someone stronger. There's always someone stronger and more dangerous. Oh, Dragon Ball for introducing that concept to us.
Yep. Okay, where did he go? Did he go to the port?
No, he's at the HQ lab. He's in the lower area of it. There's a pathway that leads to the forest.
Oh. Huh. There's an item here. Antidotes.
Alright, so what are the wild Pokemon? I don't remember all of them. Tisserebe!
I swear, if Rattata is one of the wild Pokemon, we're probably going to catch a bunch of them and just throw them in the purifier.
It is not. So, there are three Pokemon spots, and they have a rare, they have a common, uncommon, and a rare encounter. In the rock, the common encounter is Sandshrew. The uncommon encounter is Gligar, which no evolution yet, unfortunately.
True.
If it did, that would be fantastic.
It would.
And the rare encounter is Trapinch.
Ooh.
Now, the Oasis spot, the common encounter is Hoppip, which it isn't bad. The uncommon encounter is Fampy, which is not bad either. The rare encounter is Surskit, and I'm like, that is the rare encounter, really? And then the cave, the common encounter is Zubat, of course. It's a cave. The uncommon encounter is Aron, which Aggron's actually pretty good in this game. And the rare encounter is Wooper. So all three of the cave encounters are good.
Yeah. Honestly, I would say whoever gets Trapinch can't get Aron because they're both pseudos.
Aggron is not, unfortunately. Its stats fall just shy of being a pseudo. Flygon is not either. So it's just a matter of, hey, which heavy hitter do you want more?
They're both semi-pseudos.
They're three stagers. So their stats might fall a bit short, but close enough.
That was a reporter duel, wasn't it?
Yep.
I'm gonna fight Gale. This is the guy that doesn't roams. Is this the Shadow Roams?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to...
Oh yeah, one thing that can also happen with the wild spots, or if you leave Pokesnacks there, occasionally the Munchlax will show up and eat them.
You can't touch it, it's just there to ruin your day.
Yep. But the herbalist that owns it is generous because she gives you 10 Pokesnacks for catching it from doing so. The only thing is Flygon's not that good because its learn set is awful. This was before they made it better. It doesn't even learn Dragon Claw. It doesn't even learn Earthquake. You have to TM it.
Oh. Dragon Dancer is so good a combo.
And it doesn't learn Dragon Dance yet because that wasn't until Gen 6.
Oh boy. I forgot.
So, Flygon's okay, but you gotta put a lot of commitment into it. And here comes my favorite character. He knows how to make an entrance and the presence alone. Also, just going to turn this up.
Alright. And knocking out that hound already. I'm going to show you Whitebeard's ability. So
also, I'm realizing I'm actually kind of screwed against this guy because a lot of my Pokemon are weak to both types that he uses.
But yet Jolteon has Volt Absorb.
Yep.
Hades has Flash Fire.
Yep.
Whitebeard has Thick Fat.
Yep. The resistances, man, you have a lot of them.
Alright, the building I need to go to is next to a big windmill.
It's the big silver building, you can't miss it. Also, our friend Mirror B here actually uses a strategy. Both of his Wombre have Swift Swim.
Oh boy. He uses a rain dance set, doesn't he?
Yep.
Any of these people in the town have shadow Pokemon?
No, but they're good for grinding if you need to.
I don't know if I need to.
Yeah, technically at this point the level cap is 23, 22 to 23. If you want to abide by that.
Above the level cap, but I mean, with older games, even if you do, you could still get easily wiped out.
Yep.
I've been playing Digital Devil Saga on Mondays, and yeah, go back 2 areas and you can still get easily wiped out in one battle.
Yep.
One misclick, one wrong move, and your attack gets reflected, your turn ends, and they get to wipe you out.
Later on in the game, this guy likes using a really good strategy because he likes doing Rain Dance Thunder.
Oh. For those that don't know, Thunder he has an accuracy of about what, 80?
I think it's like 75.
Yeah. But in the rain, it always hits.
Yep.
I'm going to Metal Claw his Ladybug and swap out.
And that was one of the strategies I was trying to build in my post game of Colosseum and Gale of Darkness. Yes, because you could still paralyze electric types in this game.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing until Gen 6.
Yep. It was
What?
a thing that just they decided.
What are you talking about? Sorry.
I don't know what they are talking about. Also, Togepi is still a normal type. I'm still gonna Metal Claw him.
Oh, paralyzed. Yeah. Yeah. Best character. I really wish he would come back.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
No, unfortunately. Because he was an original character not made by Game Freak.
Yeah. And they want to keep their intellectual property, and Game Freak doesn't bring back characters from spin-offs that they didn't make.
Yeah.
Alright, so no one in this town has Shadow Pokemon. I need to get to the Pokemon Center, heal up, and then continue the story. And
There is no center. You have to go up to the Colosseum and heal.
Is there any battle in this building?
No. There's a healing machine in there too, come to think of it.
Oh. Hey, they have a Shroomish. Ludicolo, Pikachu. That's a Swampert.
And then the other photo is
Groudon.
Groudon.
Those have to be their favorite Pokemon. Those have to be the favorites of some people that worked on this game.
Mm-hmm. Also, when you go to the next floor, there's a little girl. Help her out and you'll get the Soothe Battle from her.
Where is the healing location?
It's on the 3rd floor.
So this is the 2nd floor then.
Yeah, I remember during this part of the game, my internet died when I was doing this before. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Baby steps, my friend.
Okay, so it wasn't her. Oh, it's locked.
Her mother's on the 3rd floor.
Oh.
Also, do you get the pun? Her name is Anka.
Yeah.
She's an anchor.
A lot of the names are puns. I approve.
Oh yeah. Like the leader's name is Greevil. Greed and evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, CDOT's alright. Like, the thing that bothers me about Shift Tree is
Quad weak.
its typing's and its typing's not great in this era of Pokemon.
Yeah, because it's all special.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can't get that item.
No, not yet. They like to be a little gatekeepy with some of the items. At this point in the game, for whatever reason. He called me sus. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black.
Alright, I got the soothe bell. I already healed up everyone, didn't I? Yep. Alright. And I like C-Dot too. It was one of my top 3 Pokemon.
Hey, its middle form is the mascot for Nuzlocking.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I do like the idea of a sentient acorn. That was an interesting idea.
I mean, that was one of the most reasonable guards that can have been in a Pokemon game.
Yep.
Alright, we got basically internet and bit rate.
Yep. You understand the pun. And sec is sector.
Yep. You know what I think we should do for wild
What's
spot
that?
wise?
What's that?
Each each of us can only get one Pokemon from each zone to our teams.
Yep. I currently just left a lot of snacks at the cave spot because I admit I am going to run with a Zubat because Crobat is good.
Crobat is good.
You would never think a Pokemon that common would be good. And it took
that's
them...
the trap!
Yep. Same goes for Tentacle. You wouldn't think a Pokemon that common would be any good.
And I want to point out, Golbat was on the team of one of the Elite Four.
Yes. Which in later games becomes a Crobat.
Yes.
Also, Crobat is part of one of the biggest hypocritical moves ever. Cyrus. Yeah. Pokemon are not friends, they're tools, has a Crobat. Are you sure about that?
I mean, you maintain a tool long enough.
I guess, yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a friendship affection thing. It could just be trust for the fact that he gets the job done. Not sure what the job is, but he gets it done.
Also, to this day, Cyrus is still one of the more challenging evil team leaders.
And
Though I would say Getsis would give him a run for his money because, yeah, he can be brutal.
True. Okay, this is... This is the Colosseum. I found it. Okay.
Yeah, there's no shortage of grinding options in the game, which I like that.
It keeps the grind from being as boring as it is in some games.
Still a bit dull, but hey.
Alright.
Ah, the one time when using water sport actually works. Double battles.
Yeah.
Because that's the entire side that you're fighting on gains the benefit. Oh wait, I can't switch after the bound. Yep, that's annoying.
Alright, so they told me about that. So I can go and interact with those now?
Yep.
Ah, it's just the rock one, but hey.
You gradually just get all three as you do this little side plot.
Ah.
The most interesting one still is the cave, which I find funny. Also, you can tell by the way he speaks, he's supposed to be Australian.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, this could be problematic. A shadow Pokemon that I accidentally toxic poisoned.
Oh no.
This could be a problem. Actually, does this work? Nope. Okay. It was worth a shot.
Alright, spot monitor is now added to our abilities.
All right. Crest is averted. Caught it with very little issue. Although that can be potentially bad because that Pokemon could have had guts.
That it could have. I only put one treat down on that one.
So the Numble I am using is temporary. Because this trainer, I believe, has the fire type I want to use for the playthrough. I will also mention, though, if you do want to do that, his trade, the Trap Pinch, I believe, nets you Larvitar, so you can get a pseudo out of it. Because it's like, T-Tar can be dangerous, though, because of Sandstream, but that's one of the heaviest hitters in the game.
I'm gonna put 5 down for a chance to get a Wooper.
Whooper is in the cave.
Oasis.
And now it's time to meet everyone's favorite character.
Team Mirror B. And yes, he is moonwalking, and that is a Jiggly Afro.
Yep. So in Colosseum, he was more disco oriented, more like a salsa dancer if you think about it. In this game, they based him a little bit more on Michael Jackson. To the point where when he enters, he moonwalks in.
I think I would join Team Mirror B.
I'd love to as well, but you can't.
The thing is, it's not even an evil team. You're just trying
No.
to catch all the Pokemon,
Yep.
which is every Pokemon game ever.
Yep. It's just the sense
And
of style.
your leader would have this beat to him. I gotta swap out Beyblade here. We'll go for the Gale one this round, right? And then swap out Beyblade for the Jolteon. Oh,
And yes, they made him more of a salsa dancer because his ace Pokemon all look like Mexican stereotypes.
but Gen 3's time, there weren't a lot of dance-oriented Pokemon other than Ludicolo.
Right. This day and age, I like to see him in a different light because Oricorio is a thing.
He would have 4 separate outfits for each of the Oricorio types.
Yes. Yes, he would.
All with the same afro, of course.
Also, I do believe he would use Politoed because Rain Dance. And if you watch the anime, it does dance.
Shadow Blitz on Lombre.
No, wait, not Rain Dance, it has Drizzle. So that would set a strategy off immediately.
Yeah, it would.
And yes, I do intend on using Vulpix here. Reason being, never done it before. Want to try something different.
You know what? Put Mirror B in the RP. Give them the Oricorios.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do it. Let me get back into that as well. Shadow Blitz.
This one uses one Conveyor Ball as we get it out of my inventory. If it catches, cool. If it doesn't, oh wow. Got it.
Oh,
Cool.
I just one-shot a Lombre with Return.
Yeah. Teddy Ursa, the Ursaring's not very fast, but it can hit very hard.
And it has a 47 attack at level 22 before evolving. That's a Shadow Bolt.
Yep.
Ah! His hair is a Voltorb. His hair is a Voltorb.
Well, it's supposed to be a Pokeball, but yes.
There's a
Yes.
circle on it.
How could you do... Well, yeah, that's true. It's like, could you really do that back then, though? It's like, well, yeah, there are hair accessories. Also, what's funny is his afro's even bigger in this game.
Well, a period of time has gone by, so his hair grew.
Yep, 5 years have passed, so...
Turtle's going off. Oh, I think I'm wiping out this Voltorb. Oh, okay.
Okay, swapping out the bear for the Vulpix. Going to keep the Numel on the squad for now, because...
At the Voltorb.
It'd be funnier catching a Pokeball, because you're catching a living Pokeball with a Pokeball.
It would be, but I don't want it to start using Thunder.
Now, he doesn't do the Rain Dance Thunder strat yet, because it's too early. Doing something like that would be kind of OP this early in the game.
Wait, Shroomish evolved by level, or is it only a stone evolve?
It evolves by level. The only thing about that bothered me about Shroomish back then, they changed it today, but back then, you would have to keep it as a Shroomish forever if you wanted to get Spore.
Alright, we got the mirror radar. With instructions, how nice.
Now, I like how the ROM hack that made this game harder works because they add the Alolan varieties of Marowak and Ninetales. And it's like, how did they do that? All you do is palette swap them. That's the easiest way to do it.
So, do they start selling
the Poke Snacks? Yes.
Ah, excellent. I'm gonna head to Pirate Town and buy a bunch of those.
Oh, yeah. I'm remembering why I actually used Shift Tree for a little while, because chip damage with Fake Out is nice to do.
It is.
I think you have to go talk to the old lady. It's complicated. There's an old lady in Duking's place.
Okay, the Duking is located...
There's a house with half of a Pokeball symbol on it, but I don't know if you can buy them yet. I think you have to do the next segment.
Well, let's find out real quick. Place with half a Pokeball.
It's the building below the hotel.
Below the hotel. Half a Pokeball.
Kind of painted on there, splatter style.
Okay, yeah, we gotta give him time to come back.
Alright.
I do have bait at each of the spots.
So, in order for them to activate, you have to wait. And that's one thing that bothers me about this game, or the alert system.
Another settlement needs your help. Another settlement
Pretty-
needs your help.
Yep, exactly. Because, like, at the most inopportune times, it's like the game telling you, hey, this Pokemon can be purified is one thing. The other thing is, like, spot monitor when you're deep in a dungeon. Or the mirror radar goes off when you're in the middle of something.
Wait, who was it that needed to talk to us?
You needed to head back to Pirate Town, go to the news building.
Oh, news building. Wait, they're the ones doing the analysis of the data.
Yep.
Shroomish can be purified now. From walking around.
Yep.
There may be points off screen where I do some random circling with various shadow Pokemon.
At least until we get enough Pokemon to toss into the Purify Chamber.
Yeah. And just purify a bunch of them that way that I will never use except for in Purify.
Yep.
I knew of the existence of the Purifying Chamber and that you needed a lot of Pokemon for it. And that's why we are concerning ourselves with what we actually catch. Oh. They took the receptionist in this place hostage? They took the actual decent receptionist hostage?
Yep. Besides this guy, by the way, every single peon that comes down from the ceiling. Ooh. But every peon that comes from the ceiling will have a shadow. Except for the first guy.
Also, Lisa has another item.
Unfortunately, it loses pickup after it evolves, but I believe it gets guts, so...
Guts or Intimidate would both be good. And I feel like it might get Intimidate. I don't think it's going to get something like Sheer Power.
I think Ursaring gets guts as its default ability.
They use Bloodsport and their ground type, so this is going to weaken them against them. But at the same time, they're going to be weak to Aurora Beam. Okay. Bloodsport didn't matter for that. Because Jolteon is just that good.
Yeah, its default ability is guts. Huh. I always thought wrong, apparently. I always thought that burn actually gives actually nerfs the Pokemon that has guts. No, it doesn't.
That supersedes.
Yeah.
That's why giving them the Fire Orb is not a bad strategy.
Exactly. Also, using the Flame Orb to trigger Marble Scale. That's part of the reason why Cynthia's Milotic is such a pain.
Thought Monitor is responding as well, so I'm gonna go and catch something.
Mine hasn't gone off yet. That's weird.
I had one
Then
spot
again,
that
I
only
just-
had a single bait in it, and that was the rock. I have 5 over at the Oasis, and I have 4 in the cave. And I think, is the blue spot marking where they are?
No, so it'll be flashing.
Are they flashing?
Yes.
It said the spot marker was.
You have to open it on your PDA.
It is the cave that is responding. It will do that.
Yeah, like I said, the common encounter is common for a reason. But this game seems to be a little weird with common and uncommon and rare. Because one time, I left 10 Poke Snacks at the Rock Pokestop, Pokespot. Every single time I went, there was Trapinch.
Oh. I will keep that in mind.
So, it can happen. Also, it doesn't hurt to capture the wilds, even if you're not going to use them because of Purify Chamber.
Yeah. I'm going to swap out and then start throwing Pokeballs at this thing.
Alright, so I think I'm going to clear this dungeon and this plot point and then call it because I also need we're expecting some company at some point.
Alright,
Soonish.
It's been 3 hours. This is around the time I usually stream.
I think after I defeat this trainer, I'm going to call it.
I'm not going to nickname the Zubat because that is going to be on your team.
Yep. If my, I know exactly what I'm going to name it, depending on the gender.
I will go back there, I will save, and
The
I will
male,
save as well.
The male, I'm going to name it Terry. After Batman Beyond. And if it's female, I'll just name it Selena. Catwoman.
What? You're not gonna name it after Batgirl?
I guess I could. What was her name?
I mean, she was Inspector Gordon's daughter.
True.
You'll have time to look it up.
I will say though, after this segment, that is the boss of the next area. That is the first difficulty spike in the game.
Noted. But I'll go ahead and call it here so that you don't have to worry about me asking anything.
Yeah.
Hi there. Also, because my dog wants attention.
Well,
All
you
right.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and mute and do my spiel.
All right.
I hope you all had a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever you're up to, whenever you're up to it, wherever you're up to it, however you're up to it, wherever you're up to it, and whoever you're up to it with. Make sure to drop a follow here on my Twitch and check out Ryu no Kage33 and his Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. No matter the site, no matter the time, hit that bell for notifications and check out my Discord for go live notifications and to vote on things like what game I play next, what kind of character I make, add some chaos to my streams. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to check out my channel here in the middle.
That's a downer.
Ryu's still in the background there, but that's fine. And if there's too much there and you don't know where to start on my channel, here on the right's a playlist of me playing a different game entirely. It's as good a place as any. And if my stuff wasn't for you, but you stuck around anyway, here on the left's a video YouTube thinks you will like. Stay safe, stay happy, stay crazy. Bye.